Welcome back to CBH 4K, and this is Star Wars Outlaws Update 1.4 and the DLC Wildcard. Now, I'm of the opinion that this game should have started with some. Well, it kind of goes without saying it, but we'll say it anyway. A lot of the stuff that should have been in the game at the start, including some of the stuff from the Wildcard DLC, which I'll get into towards the end. But for the most part, the improved AI and improved gameplay abilities and increased player choice and all that, and you not getting screwed over and having to start the level over again because you got caught in stealth. Those have been reduced greatly by 65%. Obviously, going to still leave some in there, but the question has arisen in my brain when I saw the update and I saw the DLC pack. As someone who hasn't bought this game yet, and who is still a Star Wars fan, I have a slither of hope that that Disney Star Wars could be good. Like, somehow they make it work, which that slither is getting smaller and smaller every time they make horrendous mistakes. See the Acolyte. But at the end of the day, I play video games. I like Star Wars, and I kind of like the idea of playing an outlaw in this universe as somebody who's not a member of the Jedi Order, or somebody who's not like a main character, someone who's often doing their own thing as a B or C plot of the Star Wars universe. I think that sounds intriguing, and I want to give this game a chance. So, with these updates in mind and the DLC, is it worth buying now? Well, let's take apart some of the improvements, like the increased immersion or the better AI. They said they've improved the overall look of the game, have slightly improved visuals of the background, but here's the thing: the background wasn't the problem. The problem was some of the design choices, like the guns falling off of you whenever you climb. They fixed that so that the guns don't want to fall off of you. You can climb with them. You can take them to different places within the level when you have a gun on you. That's good. That adds to the game, because some of the guns are cool and, well, you can't modify them like you can modify your blaster, which I think is a nice medium. Something they should have had at the beginning. I know, we all said that. We said it multiple times. Hopefully that'll be the last time I'll say it, but I don't think it will be. So, as I said before, your mission doesn't end when you get caught out in stealth. Now, I've been told multiple missions in this game had that situation, where if you got caught outside of stealth, you would have to start the whole level over again. Now, that can be obnoxious because maybe you're almost done with the level and somebody turns a corner and they didn't tell, caught you, start over. So you don't have the ability to shoot them. You can't do anything else. You can just stand there and get caught. Now, you have all these cool stealth abilities, but they only work if you can knock somebody out and use your blaster. Unfortunately, in stealth section, you can't knock people out. You can't use your blaster. So you're automatically crippled in the idea that you can't use combat. But now you can't use your blaster to help you out in this situation. So you're essentially just hoping not to get caught. Like, that's your only choice. It's unfortunate. I don't hate the game for that. They could have made that work if they gave you better stealth tools, but it just didn't. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. And also, another thing I really liked was the weak point shooting with your blaster. If you shoot something with a weak point, like for instance a like pack on the back of a heavy trooper, and you hit it, it ignites it and explodes, killing them and killing anybody nearby. That's a nice addition to the gameplay, because before you didn't really have that. So yeah, I think they did somewhat of a better job of this. They improved it a great deal. So the DLC has Lando Calrissian in it. Now I'm going to say once again, they should have had that start. They should have had Han, Lando's Calrissian, or Leia in the beginning, like non-Jedi-esque characters. Oh wait, Leia's a Jedi. Okay. She's not a Jedi here. Alright, let's focus on that. She's not Jedi here. They could have used her in this one. They could have used Boba Fett. Well, they kind of ruined him in that TV show. But I didn't watch that TV show. That really broke my heart when I heard that. Like, and I saw a few clips from it. Like, oh no, I just couldn't. Yeah. That this is terrible. So, all right, let's focus on the game. So yeah, they should have had characters like this in the beginning. It would have helped sell the game. You could have used like a creative character for it and made your own character, but they wanted you to play as Kay Vess. And while they have improved the looks of this game, I will say this. Kay Vess's character still, I wouldn't say looks ugly, but it's not going to enthrall you with her looks. You know, she's not going to enthrall you with her looks. You know what I mean? And people are already getting like defensive about that. Now, let me ease your defensiveness a little bit. I'm not saying she has to be tarted up. Like in Spider-Man 1, Mary Jane was attractive, yes. Spider-Man 2, less so. People got defensive and said, well, why you want to make her look all attractive? Yeah, you pervert. Why do you want to... It's like, well, slow down. She wasn't dressed provocatively in Spider-Man 1. She wasn't overly sexual in Spider-Man 1. She just looked conventionally attractive. I'm not saying she looks hideous. I'm just saying, okay. You know, they've been calling her Matt Damon all over the internet, and that's not by accident. If you ever seen that Team America movie, you saw Matt Damon. Trust me, the Matt Damon puppet was left in the oven too long. He was melted, and they just kept saying Matt Damon with the character. It was a little funny joke. They were making fun of themselves for being bumbling fools for messing that up. But at the end of the day, it wasn't, you know, y'all saw there was something off with that character. And that's the problem with this. We all see that there's something off with the character of Kay Vess. We saw what the voice actress looks like. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like... You could have kept her in the same outfit. Like, nobody's going to demand that you put her in a hotter outfit. I mean, some people demand it, but... You could have put her in a reasonably attractive outfit. And you could just left her like that. You didn't have to go overboard with it. You didn't have to tart her up, as they say. You could have just left her in the regular pants, regular shirt and jacket. And, you know, just work with that. In fact, I would recommend that. Now, the last bit. They haven't really showed much in the trailer about the DLC. I think it's about you doing a heist or something on a gambling ship or something like that. And you probably play a card game to get in there. Like, the card game, I've been told it was pretty good. I haven't played it for myself, so I'm not sure. So, I think it might be an interesting thing if they, you know, if they play the cards right, as it were. You see what I did there? So, now that I've talked about both the update and the DLC, time to get the final verdict of whether or not I buy. First up, let's talk about whether or not I'm buying the DLC. The answer to that question is a maybe. I'll have to see somebody let's play or stream it, and then maybe I'll see about buying it. Because normally it would be like an automatic buy if I liked the overall main game when it launched. But since I don't really, I'm sort of like gun shy, especially after Starfield. Oh my, I don't. I don't even want to talk about Starfield, but so right now it's a maybe, hinging on probably a no. Uh, how about the main game after the update? Gonna have to give that a pass too, Chief. The reason I'm giving that a pass is most of that stuff looks good, but I feel like that's just a start. You need to work on this game. This game feels half finished. It feels all over the place. It feels a little bit wonky. It looks buggy. Like there's not. I don't think it's the worst game possibly made with the Star Wars license, but it's up there. It's pretty bad. I didn't hear one mention about the space battles. I saw some of the space battles. They looked lackluster and uninteresting at the best of times. I mean, I'm not okay. The reason I'm being so harsh on this is partially because the Star Wars brand is so damaged. And second of all, well, some would argue it's dead, and I'm probably one of those people who would argue it's a dead brand. The Disney Star Wars is a dead brand. There's not much they can do with it. They're trying to pump out movies for it. They've been teasing movies, but nobody's really biting. So, there's that. But overall, I don't find myself like I am the main audience for this, and I don't feel like they really want my approval of it. They just want my money. They don't want me to like it. They just want my money. They don't care about what I like. They don't care about what I think. They just care about my money. And to procure my money, they haven't really done anything worth getting my money. Giving them my money, and it's just like, dude, I don't like you. I don't like your game. I don't like it at all. Just from the streaming and the reviews I've read, and just the overall feel of it, from what I've seen, like I might be a bit too harsh on it, but at the same time, it's my money. And we're not exactly best of friends. And the franchise isn't really warm and near and dear to my heart like it used to be. And we're in a recession. So it's like, I'm not in the mood to take a gamble on this. Like maybe in a couple months' time, after you hit a couple more updates, maybe I'll be into it. But moreover, before I conclude this video, I would like to say, I do appreciate the fact that Ubisoft has gone back and tried to fix it. They're doing what they can to make it better. Now, you could argue that they have to do that because, well, Assassin's Creed Shadows is not looking good, and they need money, so they need to make this game start selling more copies. But I would argue, I think they are aware that it's going to be harder to sell copies now. They're just trying to repair some of their reputation and maybe please some of their customers. And I appreciate that. I will give them greater consideration. Because of that, I might launch a few Let's Plays and stream, and might change my mind in the coming days to a maybe pass to a maybe buy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you want to buy it? Do you not want to buy it? Let me know. I'm quite curious. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.